Alright guys, I gotta respond to this TikToker who talks about the so-called male loneliness epidemic. Just respond to this one. It's not gonna be pretty, but let me just see what she says.
I'm probably going to get hate for this, but the male loneliness epidemic is completely voluntary.
No, it's not.
The first one is this constant core belief that men have to be stoic and they can't show any emotion. Literally says who?
It says people like you, by the way. I've had plenty of experience opening up to people and they always never take it right. Believe it or not, they just want me to be stoic the same way people like Andrew Tate and Joe Pierce want to be stoic.
These men will always complain that society's telling them to act a certain way and women won't want them if they act that way. And it's like, you can just not do that.
But we're forced to do that. We're forced to bottle our emotions up. Do you not see what we have to deal with? Of course you don't see it because you're a woman. You don't know what men go through.
And you can still find people who love you? Like, who the fuck cares what society says?
Yeah, try doing that when people like Trump is threatening to criminalize homelessness and therefore we can't do van life. We can't just say screw the system, we're not gonna participate. It's coming soon, by the way. And also, guess what just recently ended? EBT just ended, and lots of us can't really just decide, yeah, screw what everyone says, I'll do my own thing. Look, the reason why a lot of men care about what other people think is because we are social beings and we want to feel part of something. We don't want to just be alone. If we just consider isolate ourselves, we're going to become chronically alone. Like what I've kind of been going through lately.
If society is the thing that's oppressing you, don't listen to it. And as a man,
Yeah, like, just don't listen. Yeah, just don't listen. Yeah, that's gonna work. That's not gonna work. We need social change. We need a civil rights movement. That's what we need. We need to change the paradigm.
do you want a girlfriend or a wife who doesn't want you to feel emotions? Like,
Well, men want that, but the problem is they're not gonna get that because women have high expectations for men. They're hypergamous. And of course, a lot of them do not like it when we show emotions, even the ones that claim to be for men's mental health, but in practice, when they just deal with it in person, they're the opposite. You show their true colors.
why are you setting yourself up for failure? If a woman doesn't want you to express your emotions, why do you give a shit about her? And this
Because they're everywhere. It's the norm. It's not like we could just avoid them all the time.
also ties into the idea that men's issues are very often overlooked and men aren't really shown any attention. It's because you're trying to be this stoic, nonchalant fucking statue. Nobody knows you're.
The reason why we care is because not enough people pay attention to our issues. There's a lot of issues men have to go through. We have to go through a lot of depression. We're having an employment crisis. A lot of us are struggling with education because the education system favors the opposite sex. When a man gets married and he gets divorced, then chances are he's the one that loses the most from it, thanks to child support and all this other BS. Oh, by the way, did you know that men on average live shorter lives than women? Yeah, I don't think this is natural, just by design.
Suffering because you aren't talking about it. And
We are trying to talk about it, yet we get gaslit all the time.
the reason you probably feel miserable is because people are trying to tell you you have to do these things, have to act this way to be a guy.
Because people are telling these things, by the way.
Motherfucker, do what you want to do. If you really like paper mache, but society's like, no, men can't do paper mache, are you going to deny yourself?
Look, here's what's actually going on. Men can't do whatever they can because society expects them to gain status. If we don't gain status, then we're homeless because unlike you women who could just find a man you could leech off of, or you could just be teamwork makes the dream work, we live in a society where it's every man for himself. There's no brotherhood, unfortunately. I wish there was. I want to change that. But this is the society we live in. We can't just do it wherever we can. Everything has to be a damn arms race, unfortunately. Like, I can't. It's hard for me to get into new hobbies because everything's a damn arm race. Like, who started earlier? Who's the best? Who's the most talented? Like, women don't have to go through that much. Obviously, you probably know that because you don't know what it's like to be a man. Men are only celebrate for interests if their interests actually get them status, and that's a problem. But this is I'm just telling you what's actually going on.
A true passion because of what this ambiguous idea of how you should perform is? Like, yes, not fitting in is scary to people.
It is, of course, scary because we're social beings, for crying out loud. You aren't you a cognitive behavioral therapist?
People who have tried to fit in. But if the system you are trying to adhere to is the thing that's actively oppressing you, why are you still adhering to that system? I don't
Because we cannot escape the system. What else is there? We're forced into it. Like, what are we supposed to just get cabin in the woods? Well, can't really do that in America. Maybe you could do that in countries like Sweden or Norway or Finland, where they have like all man's right to land. But I don't think you really do that here in America. Not in this era.
know. It just seems like learned helplessness. Like,
Of course, it's learned helplessness because we as men were told that we're not this enough. We're not man if we're not this. We're not valid if we don't gain status. We don't want it to be like this, but unfortunately, the system's like this. Look at the media. Like, the media makes fun of men who are low status, and they prop up men who are rich and famous. Do you not see that?
I don't know. If you think you're gonna lose friends or partnerships because of expressing yourself and being true to yourself and being who you are, I don't think those relationships actually matter. You have
Well, it's not like us men have a choice. It's hard to make friends as a man because we need to gain status in order to be accepted, for the most part. Like, the type of friendship where people don't care about their status, it's pretty rare nowadays, unfortunately. I mean, especially if you become an adult. It's not like we're a rich person who doesn't care about like losing friends, because the thing with rich people, they could gain friends easily, and you women, you could gain friends easily. You could just complain online about how you're scared that a man's gonna rape you at a conference or a theme park or whatever, and then you're gonna get a lot of friends instantly. Us men, if we do the same thing, we're not gonna get the same reaction.
to be the most authentic version of yourself as possible all the time so that the people who you need in your life know how to find you. Stop hiding.
Then don't say shit like "fake it till you make it." Don't support the system that says "fake it till you make it." The problem with people like you is you're the one who's actually like supporting the system. By the way, you're kind of supporting the system by like valuing men who are rich and famous' lives more than your average men.
I'm probably going to get hate for this, but
All right, that concludes this video. Really, I'm just really tired of women like this. Like, the way she talks is just she talks like she disgraces us. It's really repulsive the way she talks to us men. Like, how can you not get angry at this? It's just so out of touch, these people.